Welcome back, everybody. It is the 21st of October and it is 80 degrees out, believe it or not. Monte and I are both hunting our upper farm. We've got a pretty stiff wind out of the southwest. There's a deer bed. Monte's hunting over in the stump 2 over there, overlooking the food plot. And I'm going to be hunting right on the back edge of this new seeding piece here. It's just a place that Monte and I can both hunt up here and get in and out pretty much unscathed when it comes to affecting any deer movement that's happening. Obviously, with it being 80 degrees, we don't anticipate much deer movement at all, which is why we're gonna just hunt the edge up here. We're not diving into the woods or nothing. We're just kind of hunting the edge just to be able to observe what deer movement is where and kind of what deer are doing. And it's a beautiful night to be out here nonetheless. You know, never know. The deer that we want, Hawk Jr. or Tall Boy, could end up right in our lap and we don't even expect it. We're hunting in a place that has big deer, and that's what's important. So we'll see. There's tons of beds out here in this new seeding. Lots of clover coming up through here. We'll go ahead and get quiet. And Carl's soil person came out and took soil samples. It looks like there's all kinds of four-wheeler tracks all over the field. They go all over and take soil samples to see what the soil's, well, what the soil needs, I guess. There's a few apple trees over there that are still holding a ton of apples. You can see them all the way from here. I'm gonna get quiet because the woods is right there. Made it up in the tree, and as soon as I got up here, got my camera arm attached to the tree, turned around, and there's that 2 deer come out already out here in the field right in front of me. I am sweating. It is warm out here. I can't believe these deer are up on their feet already. We got a perfect wind out of the southwest, blowing my wind right over here away from where all these deer come out at. It was nice having this slight wind coming in here because these leaves are extremely loud. So it covered I only have to walk like 30 feet off the edge of the field, but with loud leaves, that's pretty rough. Anyways, the 2 deer that are up here that, you know, I would be excited to see is Hawk Jr., which you guys saw with Monte over to my left a few nights ago. And then there's a buck that I call Tall Boy that's up here as well. Both are fully mature deer. Hawk Jr. actually went right through this trail, it's only about 40 yards from me, in the early hours of the morning about a week ago, heading east. Haven't seen him on that camera since, so I don't know if he's been in the area up here or not, but this is a perfect spot tonight, and we're gonna enjoy what we see. I better put an arrow on and get ready to roll. Lock, cocked, and ready to rock. Well, unless something happens really quick, I think that's gonna do it on tonight's hunt. I didn't expect much movement with how warm it was out here. We ended up seeing like 4 or 5 doe that came out into the field out here. Nothing anywhere near me though. We're gonna go ahead and climb down here a little bit, and hopefully Monte had some luck and seen some deer tonight. It's a nice night sitting out here though. I mean, beautiful weather, holy cow.
What's up everyone, it's Monday, October 21st, and we're back out here after pretty much a carbon copy of yesterday. You can see got the sweat going from my walk-in again, but if anything, it's a little windier than yesterday, a little warmer, so not ideal for what we're trying to do, but who knows? Can't kill me for not out here, and like I talked about earlier, I'm just happy to be out here. I'm having a blast, and this is a great spot to sit because you can see so much. You know, you see a lot of deer that you could never shoot with a bow, but it's still fun to see them. So this is where I want to be. There was 2 doe out here when I got here, and I was able to get in here without booting them, which is one of the best parts about this stand. It's got really good undergrowth underneath it, so just climb up as long as you're quiet getting in, and they don't really detect you, which is nice. You know, normally with the old stand we had here, you know, if they were out here super early, which I'm here pretty early, before 5 o'clock, and they were bedded down out there, so they may probably been out there all afternoon. But you hate to start your hunt first thing, just booting deer into the woods, taking off, causing all kinds of racket. So it's really nice to be able to get in here. And right after I got in here, both of them stood up and acted really alerted to the side. So you saw the video of that probably already, but nothing popped out off that side hill like I thought might happen. And since then, one of them's back laying down now, the other one's out there feeding. So same thing with the wind. I'm trying to keep this thing closed up so that my scent's not blowing around out there, and it's freaking hot. I'm telling you, like, this thing's just been roasting in the sun all day, so I'm just trying to do the best I can. I might have to open one up and get a little breeze, but Clifford is he's coming in. He's going to be on the back side of this same block of woods on the side hill, so we'll see what happens. I mean, there's three bucks up here that I think both of us would shoot. So there's good opportunities. Right now, they're all just kind of getting ready, I think, for their rut patterns, and it's just kind of a wild card. We just had what is now probably the biggest buck on the farm move back in, back on the other portion, which is super exciting. And Cliff's putting together a game plan for him, and I think it's going to be later this week when cold snap hits. So definitely looking forward to that, but don't want to rush it and screw that up. Where he is right now is where he spent a lot of time last year, so Cliff knows about everything there is to know about that deer, and if he does, has the same tendencies as he had last year, then we're in good shape. And without doing anything crazy, I think we can stick an arrow in him. So that's what we're hoping for at the end of this week. But until then, it's just more warm weather, and we're just kind of out here hoping that one gets out here before dark. I think most of them is keeping most of them nocturnal. Even in the middle of the night, it's not dropping down that cold. But what you gonna do? I mean, it's better than freezing too. So it's not bad hunting. It's just not a ton of movement. But we'll see what happens. Definitely corn out here, so still have a chance at a bear. If them turkeys keep tempting me, then you might get an arrow too. So we'll see what happens. side hill, but right where they're looking, I can't see anything. There's got to be something up there. This one's going on a recon. There's got to be deer coming out of that other side somewhere. Sure that was the buck that Oak Jr. was with the other night. Boy, I tell you, I got a pile of deer out here. Group over here. same doe that worked all the way around. I'll wrap this thing up. I got my cell phone light in here. It's pretty dark out there right now. I can see some of those doe up on the horizon. It looks like they're on their way back into the woods, so I want to give them a chance to get in there before I walk out. But man, what a night. Like, this is why you have to go. I did not have super high expectations for the night, but I had a ton of deer movement right away. The 2 doe out there, and then, you know, I think at one time we had 11 or 12 just out here, and then the buck came out of the corner. That buck, I think, was the same one that was with Hulk Jr. the other night, so I was really hoping that Hulk Jr. would be behind him. I never saw him. So these doe all worked in front of me, and then I think some of those doe were the same ones that popped out up here to eat the hickory nuts. But this stand is kind of challenging, especially with the bow, because you have to be pretty intentional about which blinds you have up and down. So, I mean, for me to shoot back towards the hickory nuts would be a real challenge. I can do it, but I have to. It takes a second to prep for that, and so I was watching those doe pop out one after another, you know, and glance back down here, scan left to right, and I look back, and there's that buck standing right. I mean, already within bow range, you know. And I made a pretty quick decision that I wasn't going to shoot it. I mean, not a super easy decision, because I think that was a really nice buck. But once I decided that I wasn't going to shoot, I just focused on getting the camera on him. Pulled that blind back, and he ate some of those nuts and then jumped in. The way he showed up there, I mean, I had a really good eye on what was coming off the side hill. The way he showed up there, it's almost like he came across the field, or maybe across the road on the other side, I don't know. And it seemed like he just stopped there just for a second to feed just for a second, and then go down over onto the hill. But I don't, now obviously Cliff will know, but I don't think that's one of the ones that was out in front of him the other night. I don't remember an 8-point that had that kind of time length. He had really good tall tines. He's not heavy at all, you know. Fairly wide, but nice buck. Like I said, not an easy decision. It makes it easier when you know that Hulk Jr.'s up here and we have a really big buck at the other piece that we're after. But that deer, if he makes it, will be an absolute Kong next year. We'll see. Yeah, I'm really interested for Cliff to see it and just see if that's one of the ones that was out here in front of him the other night. I think he had definitely 2 8-points, maybe 3, but just thinking back, I don't think any of them were him. So anyway, great sign that he's out. And like I said, I think he was cruising or came from the other side, or he did not come up with those doe. So yeah, that was pretty exciting. I was definitely having a little buyer's remorse when he was running away. Like, man, I don't know if I should let that thing go. He was a really nice buck. It would have been, I don't think I could have got it on camera though, just because of coming out this side window behind me. It's a pretty small window, so it's either the bow or the camera. And obviously, like, if it would have been Hulk Jr., it would have been the bow. But yeah, I just first glance looked, I'm like, man, he's just not quite heavy enough. So I made the call to go with the camera, and you guys all see. You can let me know if I screwed up or not. I still got about 8-9 days worth of hunting, so we'll see if I get a chance at a bigger one or not. But just an exciting hunt. I mean, just things going on all the time. I had deer all the time. It was kind of nice having the 10 deer out here because they would alert me anytime something was happening on either side, so I could get my eyes over there and see more deer come out. So yeah, it's a great night overall. Almost, man, if that thing was just a little heavier, just a little bit heavier, I might have let him have it, but pretty exciting. So things are looking up. I think we got one more day tomorrow. Like, I think tomorrow's like the hottest day, and then it cools down a little bit Wednesday, and then Thursday is like, that's go time. Thursday is a real good cold snap with the weather front coming in too. So I think that's going to be our best shot. So hang with us. It's getting good. It's getting fun.